What if I told you that the money in your wallet, the numbers in your bank account, isn't what you think it is? We see it as a tool, a means of exchange, a measure of wealth. But what if it's actually a story? A narrative crafted and controlled by a very small group of people, operating from a place most of us have never even heard of. Forget what you know about Wall Street or the Federal Reserve. We need to go deeper, to the very apex of the global financial system, to a place that functions above nations, above politics, and above the law. Welcome to Basel, Switzerland, a picturesque city known for its medieval architecture and vibrant art scene. But tucked away, almost anonymously, stands a modern tower that couldn't be more out of place. This is the headquarters of the Bank for International Settlements, or BIS. It doesn't serve individuals. It doesn't serve corporations. It serves central banks. It is, quite literally, the central bank for central banks. Imagine a private club where the only members are the heads of the world's most powerful financial institutions: the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, the Bank of Japan. They meet here, in Basel, behind closed doors, away from public scrutiny and press conferences. These meetings are protected by an international treaty that grants the BIS and its staff a level of immunity that diplomats can only dream of. Their premises are inviolable. Their archives are untouchable. Their employees are exempt from taxes and national jurisdiction. They operate in a sovereign territory of their own making, a financial Vatican City in the heart of Europe. So, how did this unbelievably powerful institution come to be? Its story doesn't begin in a boardroom. It begins in the rubble and chaos of post-World War I Europe. The year is 1930. The Treaty of Versailles has burdened Germany with crippling war reparations, payments so large they threatened to collapse the entire European economy. The world needed a mechanism to manage this unprecedented flow of money, an entity that could operate without political interference. The idea was championed by the era's most powerful central bankers, including Montague Norman of the Bank of England and Hjalmar Schacht of the Reichsbank. They envisioned a technocratic institution, run by financial experts, insulated from the messy, unpredictable world of democratic politics. Their goal was to create a purely technical, apolitical body to handle the reparations. And so, the Bank for International Settlements was born. It was a radical idea, a private corporation, owned by central banks, given the power to act as a trustee for international financial agreements. Its initial mandate was to manage Germany's payments. But as history unfolded, that role became obsolete. Germany's reparations were effectively cancelled in the 1930s amidst the Great Depression and the rise of the Nazi Party. Yet, the BIS didn't disappear. It adapted. It evolved. During World War II, it found itself in the bizarre position of having board members from both Allied and Axis nations. It continued to operate, facilitating financial transactions between warring countries, a decision that remains one of the most controversial chapters in its history. Critics at the time, like US Treasury Secretary Henry Morgan Thor, called for its abolition, labeling it a tool for collaboration. But the BIS survived. After the war, it reinvented itself once again. It became the primary forum for central bank cooperation during the Cold War. It was the quiet, hidden machinery behind the Bretton Woods system, helping to manage the fixed exchange rates that defined the post-war economy. When that system collapsed in the 1970s, the BIS didn't just survive, it became more important than ever. The ensuing financial chaos, with floating exchange rates and massive oil shocks, created a new need for global financial coordination. The BIS was perfectly positioned to fill that role. This brings us to the modern era and the real consequences of this institution's power. If you've ever heard of the Basel Accords, you've touched the work of the BIS. Starting in the 1980s, the BIS began issuing a series of recommendations on how much capital banks should hold to guard against risk. These accords, Basel I, II, and III, are not international laws. They are guidelines, but their influence is absolute. Think about it. A committee of unelected central bankers and regulators, meeting in secret in Switzerland, sets the rules that determine how much risk your local bank can take. These rules affect everything: the interest rate on your mortgage, whether a small business can get a loan, the stability of the entire global banking system. When the 2008 financial crisis hit, the world's response was Basel III, a new, stricter set of rules designed to prevent another meltdown. The decisions that reshaped global finance weren't debated in parliaments or congresses. They were forged in Basel. The power of the BIS extends even further. It acts as a prime broker and asset manager for central banks, holding a significant portion of the world's foreign exchange reserves. It's a key player in the global gold market. It conducts extensive research that shapes monetary policy thinking around the world. In essence, it functions as the brain and nervous system of the global financial body, coordinating actions and setting standards that everyone else must follow. The architects of the BIS wanted to insulate money from politics. But in doing so, have they created a new, unaccountable form of power? A power that operates beyond the reach of any democratic process? The institution holds a vast amount of influence over the global money supply and financial regulations, yet it answers to no public, no government. Its immunity protects it from any legal challenge. Its secrecy shields it from any public debate. This leads us to a profound philosophical question. In our deeply interconnected world, where a financial crisis in one country can trigger a global recession, is an institution like the BIS a necessary evil? Is it a crucial safeguard, a steady hand of technocratic experts protecting us from the short-sightedness of politicians and the volatility of markets? Is this kind of centralized, expert-led governance the only way to manage a system so complex and fragile? Or does the BIS represent something far more unsettling? Does it represent the ultimate concentration of power, a financial oligarchy that operates in the shadows, shaping our economic destiny without our consent or even our knowledge? Does its very existence undermine the sovereignty of nations and the democratic principle that those who wield power should be accountable to those they govern? The story of money is the story of power. And at the very top of that pyramid, we find an institution created to solve a crisis, which then became a permanent and powerful fixture of our world. It doesn't provide easy answers. Instead, it leaves us with the most important question of all. In the 21st century, who should be in control? The people or the experts? The elected or the appointed? The nation or the network? The answer will define not just the future of our money, but the future of our world. Thank you for watching. If this journey into the hidden world of finance intrigued you, be sure to subscribe and join us for more deep dives into the systems that shape our reality.